So as it is, it sounds pretty much stock standard.
Yeah, you know, when you're idling and part throttling and cruising, the car feels very, very similar to stock. There's really no telltale signs that it's been modified, other than just the look of the supercharger in the engine bay.
Yeah, yeah. So I can't really hear that whine at all.
Yeah, you will at full throttle.
Okay.
And at full throttle is where, you know, the supercharger is really working, and at idle and part throttle, it's not really, because the engine's not really demanding that much air.
Yep.
So the supercharger will actually create like a whine sound as it's under load from, you know, full demand of the engine, where the throttle bodies are open and the engine's drawing in air and the supercharger's pumping air in, and it's the noise will actually emanate through the back of the supercharger and out the intake system. So thankfully the air intakes are on either side of us, and we're going to get direct.
You can hear 'em.
Yeah. So we put this thing into Corsa mode, and you can hear it drops a gear by itself. Suspension gets a little tighter, and you know, the steering gets a little tighter too. Makes the car feel. You can hear the pops from the exhaust.
So right now you're in 4,000 RPM, just under. I can hear the whine starting.
Exactly.
What happens if we flat-footed? That is what 800 plus horsepower sounds like.
600 pounds of torque at the wheels.
600 pounds of torque.
Yes.
Wow, that is insane. You can actually feel it. I can feel the difference. My butt dyno tells me that this is a lot quicker.
Oh yeah.
It feels absolutely great. Can we do it again?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh my god. Well, that felt like a roller coaster.
Oh, it's fun.
Butterflies in my stomach. First time in a very long time did a car do that to me.
Adrenaline's going.
Just like shaking. This is insane.
So you can hear it now?
Yeah, I can hear it now. It's good that it's not too loud, that it actually doesn't overtake the natural sound of this car.
Right.
So you don't lose that, like how turbos, you lose sound with a turbocharged engine, they say.
Yeah, you know, they all have
muffles it.
I've heard that from a number of enthusiasts. I think it's, you know, different cars have different characteristics.
Yeah.
And if the Lambos are known for this type of smoothness and quietness, we don't want to really intrude upon that too much.
Yeah, exactly. And it's still wild. It's a wild bull.
Yeah, an angry car.
Let's do it again. I now know why people want a supercharged kit from you guys. VF Engineering, it's the best supercharger on the planet. That's it. Are you guys the only guys that do it for Lamborghinis?
There are some other companies, I'm sure. So, but we kind of find ourselves just in our own world, so we're not really paying attention to what others are doing. We don't like to compare too much. I mean, a lot of people say my car's quicker, my car has this, or my car's that. We really don't pay attention to that, because we're doing this for the feeling of excitement, not competitiveness.
Yeah.
You know, if we wanted to compete, then we would enter some kind of, you know, straight line racing series or some, you know,
some
track series. But we don't do that, because we're all about literally just giving the owner just more excitement from what they have without changing too many things.
Yep. Well, you spoke about like straight line speed. So what does this do quarter mile roughly with your kit?
Yep. So Motor Trend magazine tested it, and they did the Performante in 2.2 seconds and quarter mile in 9.9 seconds.
9.9.
So the LP610 with the supercharger probably just does, you know, a hair above 9.9, so maybe 10 flat. It really all comes down to the tires, is what the driver at Motor Trends was telling us. He said after looking at the acceleration curve on their laptop that they were logging things using the sat nav equipment. The acceleration curve was very linear. So he said because of that, he didn't feel there was any room to improve in his launch. So it was more down to just traction at that point, like getting the car off the line.
Yeah, off the line without that big wheel spin, so minimal wheel spin.
Yeah.
It's so doesn't stop, it just keeps going.
It wants to. It wants to just keep on non-stop.
So obviously with your ECU tune and this, does it increase maximum speed on a Huracan?
We're gear limited, so we can get to the top speed real quick, but the 7th gear limitations, we've seen people do around 211 on the speedo.
Miles per hour.
Yeah.
And that translates in kilometer wise?
I think you multiply by 1.54, so just over 310 kilometers.
Yep. And it gets there so quick. Lamborghini Huracan Performante. It is supercharged, 830 horsepower, even quite possibly 850, I'm not too sure. But at first go, it's like a stock standard car. It's got a slight whine to it. We're driving normal, warming up the car before getting flat-footed, but it just sounds like any other Huracan Performante, so you do not lose that volume from the exhaust whatsoever, nor do you lose the pops and crackles. So as we all know, the Huracan Performante is a great handling car, sub 7 minutes on the Nürburgring. It is still quick, and now it's a lot quicker. Stock standard, they do 3 seconds, 0 to 60 miles an hour. This car here, you'll probably do it in 2.1 or 2.2 seconds, which is absolutely mind-boggling. So the exhaust opens up, we're in Corsa mode, and this thing is absolutely wicked. A supercharger, 850 horsepower. Wow, it just feels absolutely sensational. All that speed, all that power in this car, a Performante, a car that already does sub 7 minutes around Nürburgring. Wow, stock standard car, 650 horsepower. This thing here, 850, VF engineering, and you can't hear me and it screams. And it still pops and crackles just like it does when it's naturally aspirated, which is what I like. That whine isn't so loud, it is just right. It's not overbearing. The exhaust sound is still the same, it's not muffled, but the performance level has been pushed up a notch by about 30%. So you could say it's about 30% better and quicker. 0 to 60 miles an hour, 2.1 seconds. That is absolutely insane. Down from 2.9 seconds. This thing is just wild. It just wants to go. Just can't believe how well these things drive. It's absolutely crazy to know that this is just as fast as an SVJ in terms of power, but then it's quicker. Quarter mile in 9.9 seconds. So now we've got a 9-second car out of a car that was already so quick. Right, let's put our foot down again. Hold on for dear life, because this thing is absolutely mental. Mental. Wow. My butt dyno says that this car feels like it does a lot more than what they say it does. Those downshifts are exactly like stock standard. So the TCU, which is a transmission ECU, has not been tuned, it hasn't been touched. It is an already perfect gearbox. The engine, however, it's been turned up a notch, or so many. You could say it's right onto the max settings, and believe me, it is a screamer. It is fun to drive. This is thrilling. So we're on a standstill, we've got a red light, and let's put our foot down. The rear end just kicks out, this car just flies. I had to change gears at 5.5 to 6,000 RPM because this thing is mental. I wasn't ballsy enough to take it all the way to 8,500. It is that quick. That would have left a stock standard Huracan way behind. Okay, this time we're going to take it to 8,500. Oh my god, that is fast. That is insane. Absolutely crazy. So this is what 0 to 60 miles an hour feels like. Absolutely jaw-dropping performance. That is absolutely crazy. I'm whacked out, my mind is blown away, and this, guys, is VF Engineering's Huracan Performante Supercharged 850 horsepower beast. That felt really good.
I mean, I felt it. It was like, I don't remember it feeling that good before.
When you're in a passenger seat, it feels even better.
I mean, I can feel it in my face.
It's all about humanity.